What's going on, guys? It's Jake here from Chief Live Gaming. Today, a battle report for you guys. A little bit of a different kind of approach today. My friend David has agreed to help me out. Hello, David.
Hey.
With a masochistic playstyle today. I am fielding two of my own armies against each other. David wants to try out the Death Guard today, so we'll get to the list in a second. For the game today, we have Tactical Escalation, so that's the one where it's a Maelstrom mission. You draw one card per game turn, so on turn 1 you're drawing 1, turn 2 you're drawing 2, etc. So we have the city set up here. We've got 6 objectives scattered around. We rolled for deployment, and we got hammer and anvil, so that's the short edges, 24 inches in, and we will be looking at each other that way. David, do you want to see if it's night fighting?
Sure.
On the first turn? It is night fighting, game turn 1. So, we are at dawn. The sun is coming up. The forces are eyeing each other up. And it should be interesting. Let's take a look at the lists. For the Tau today, we have a single formation, a drone net, and then a single combined arms detachment out of the Farsight Enclave's supplement. So, the drone net, pretty straightforward. We have 2 groups of marker drones, 2 groups of gun drones, and they get cool rules like Jink, Interceptor, +1 BS, and a bunch of other stuff. For the CAD, we have a buff commander. He has the, let's see, I always forget the names. It's command and control node, and let's see, something else good. Multi-spectrum sensor suite. So that's basically you're going to give the unit he joins, ignores cover and twin linked, if he doesn't fire in the turn. So he's going to be jumping in with 3 crisis suits, both with 2 missile pots each. That should be interesting. For troops, crisis suits count as troops in the Farsight Enclave, so I have 2 single crisis suits here, both with fusion and plasma gun. I have 20 Kroot with sniper rounds and a shaper. We've got a stealth suit group. They have burst cannons, 1 with a fusion and a target lock. Moving back, 2 piranhas, both with fusion and sensor spines to get through that cover. We've got a hammerhead here. I've given him the long strike upgrade. He's taken the ion cannon. I liked that last game since that AP3 is great. I figure it'll do well again today, hopefully. So he has a couple rules. Basically, he can fire Overwatch, because he's long strike. He's got BS 5 and a couple other things, I believe, but those are the main ones. He also has smart missile system upgrades. The Wyvara back here, he's been given a stimulant injector. Should be pretty fun. We've got the Riptide stimulant injector. He's got the ion and early warning overrides. And lastly, we have 2 missile broadsides in separate units of 1, both with 1 seeker missile and early warning overrides. So that is, I think it came out to 1807 on the Tau end of things. Now let's take a look at the Death Guard. Over here with the Death Guard forces, it is a single combined arms detachment using the Death Guard chapter tactics from this lovely Traitor Legion supplement. So everything gets Veterans along for free, which also means they are relentless, and they have Feel No Pain. So a lot of stuff here is going to be toughness 5 or 6 with Feel No Pain. Disgusting. So, leading the army, we have a Nurgle Demon Prince. He is upgraded to Mastery Level 2 Psyker. For the spells, David went ahead and rolled. Let's take a look at what he got. You got Curse of the Leper. So that's the one that can buff your friendly toughness and strength by 1 or reduce the toughness or strength of an enemy. Anemone?
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 Is that the sea creature?
Yeah, it's finding the anemone. So that was his first spell. The second spell is Gift of Contagion. You can take a look at that there if you want to go ahead and pause the video. Pretty cool. And then, of course, he will have the Primaris, which is Nurgle's Rot. Very cool. So since he's a demon in Nurgle, he is shrouded. And so, you know, he's up in the air, jinking, getting a 2-up jank. Pretty freaking nasty. He can still shit out those psychic powers from the air. And, good God, I'm scared. Over here, we have a Sakaran battle tank. heavy accelerator, I think it's called, the accelerator cannon on top, just heavy bolters on the sides. Plague Hulk, he's been given the Iron Claw. I know he's assembled with the Warp Sword, but guys, that's just because it looks so cool, right? Okay. We have a group of Terminators. We have 2 Power Axes for Blade of Wounds, and then we have a Chain Fist and a Power Fist hidden in there. 2 groups of Nurgle Bikers. Can't make a Nurgle list without Nurgle Bikers. We've got 1 group of Melta and 1 group of Plasma. 2 Obliterators in a single unit. And then kind of the meat of the list, we have 3 identical units of Plague Marines. Each unit has a Rhino. They are mounted inside with a Dozer Blade and a Havoc Missile Launcher on top. Each group has 2 Plasma Guns, and the Sergeant has a Power Fist. So, that is 1806 of Death Guard. I've given the single point advantage to the Tau today, so we'll see how that plays out. Let's do some deploying, and we'll come back to you guys in just a second. Okay guys, we've deployed on this ruined city. The Tau won the role to deploy first. We deployed on this side of the board, electing to take advantage of the height of this building, giving our Crisis Buffmander team a pretty good sight line through this city, other than that middle building, which might give us some sight blocking. So I kind of did a mirrored deployment left-right here. So we have the gun drones in front, marker drones, Riptide, Piranha, kind of giving some intervening models, saving. Same thing over here. And then I lynched some heavy guns on each side. So we've got the Long Strike Hammerhead back here, and then the Riptide. Hopefully able to do some JSJ up over here and back down to provide us some good survivability. Now, we have the reserves here. We've got outflanking Kroot, deep striking the Wyvara, and the 2 single groups of kind of the suicide suits. I then was counter-deployed on this side by the Nurgle forces. David had elected to do quite a bit of outflanking and deep strike, which is smart because it's not like he's going to get removed from the table with the Nurgle units. They're going to be very hard to kill. So we've got the Rhinos kind of spread out again. Those are all with the double Plasma. Inside, he's got the Sakaran here with the Demon Prince behind to get some obscuring going on. And then we have the Plague Hulk moving up the right side, looking to do some damage on this side of the board. So in reserves, he has 2 groups of bikes which are outflanking. He has the Oblits and the Terminators deep striking. So that should be it. You want to roll your C's, man? See if you can take the game on a 6. Take first turn. Ah, no. So it will be Tau. Turn 1. Good luck, man. Let's do it.
The left. Yep, always the left.
Always left for the camera. Alright guys, we'll come back to you after the first turn. Turn 1 for the Tau. Drawing up single objective card. And the objective card was Domination, where I needed to get all of the objectives on the board. That was certainly not going to happen this turn. So the orders were simply to take out as many of the targets across on the battlefield as we could. Shots raining down, all the weapons that we could bring to bear. Took out 1 Rhino on this side of the board, spilling out the Marines, which then I took some shots, raining down the large blast from Long Strike. Unable to wound, he's getting the cover, and then the Feel No Pain could not get through that Toughness 5 Plague Marine. Goodness, we removed 1 hull point from the Plague Hulk, was not in fusion range as of yet, so couldn't really sink any Meltas into anything. Over here, again, removing 1 Rhino, spilling out the Plague Marines, and then did not have any shots left over to take into them. So I slowed him down a bit, slowed down the advance, because if those Rhinos would have been there to bring up the Marines a little bit closer, I think I would have had a lot less breathing room as this game goes longer. So not as much damage as I would have liked, but still a good amount considering we have some pretty big toys still in reserve, some good technology for the Tau yet to come onto the table. So let's see how the Dark Angels? I'm just so used to calling you Dark Angels. how the Death Guard
Edit that out.
respond.
We'll maybe.
In the Death Angel Guard response turn, the Jinx saves, guys. So what he was trying to do was force Jinx and just obviously kills onto things like my marker drones and my piranhas because they have fusion. So everything on this side pretty much had to jink. The only drone unit that did not jink was this unit of marker drones here. He moved up with all of his units. He drew up objective 1 and was able to get that because it's right here. So he did score the 1 point. As far as damage, I had some nice cover because of the night fighting. It's jinking and then it's +1, so I'm a 3-up jinx save, and I just made a ton of saves. So really the only thing that died, we lost this piranha to the accelerator autocannon, some nice priority there because it ignores cover. And then we had 1 drone die on this side of the board, and really that was it. So we're both kind of playing with like half of our armies right now because we have so much in reserve. So it's kind of a weird... I think the tower definitely at the advantage right now, but as soon as the reserves come in for the Death Guard, I mean, we've got a Blitz, we've got Terminators, we've got Melted Bikes and Plasma Bikes coming in from the sides, you know, the long edges. It's really easy for them to get some good shots onto some of my key units like Broadsides, Riptides, and the like. So the score is 1-1. I did get first blood, and we're taking a look at turn 2. See you guys in a second. In turn 2, the orders have come down. High command, the Ethereals have demanded a big game hunter card and securing of objective 3 in my turn. I was able to do a fair amount of damage, but there is a lot of stuff that's going to be coming in from reserves. We'll have to see what happens. For reserves, I got both of my suicide suits in, failed the rolls on the Wyvara and the Kroot, which I don't know if that's good or bad at this point. I feel like I really need that Wyvara. But the first Crisis suit, I deep struck in, he mishap, rolled a 1, he was dead. The second suit landed a direct hit, and with his fusion was able to shoot the ass of the Plague Hulk and blow him up. So that was pretty much the damage I did that turn. Well, it was all focused on this side of the board. So if you remember, there was a group of 5 Plague Marines here. Bringing everything to bear on this side of the board, I was able to remove those. He just had some unfortunate rolls. Basically, the combo I set up was getting marker lights down and then using 2 of them to ignore cover with the AP3 large blast, and then I rolled a direct hit. So some stars kind of aligning there to be able to get those Marines off the table, but this side is pretty clear. For the rest of the side, I didn't have too many options in this firing lane. We tried to take out some Marines. I did end up taking out 1, and then a bunch of Skyfire. Basically, I was trying to just glance this guy here. Oh, you will also need to do a grounding test. I did do single wound. Due to his Warlord trait, he was at +1 wound, so now he's down to 4. You want to do that grounding test real quick? I think it's just like on a 1 or a 2 he's grounded. 5 is definitely not grounded, so you're good. Other than that, to secure objective 3, I tried to thrust move over. I needed to roll a 7, and I rolled a 6. So we're not quite securing objective 3, but I did score big game hunter by killing the Plague Hulk. So that was it for turn 2. Let's we've got a lot of reserves to make for the Death Guard here. So we got 2 groups of bikes.
We got some Melta bikes, Plasma bikes, group of Terminators, the Blitz. So I drew objective 3 and 4. So 3 is in your deployment.
Oh.
4 is kind of close to you.
4 is here.
Right in the middle.
That's good for your deep strikers.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pull this off.
All right, so one at a time, call it out and roll.
Do some Meltas.
They are not.
Plas.
Coming in.
Are coming in. Termies.
Coming in.
Oblitz.
Coming in. All right.
Well, no Meltas yet, but that's not bad.
Yeah, the Meltas would have been... Those are what I was most worried about, to tell you the truth, because the Melta bikes outflanking on this side would probably kill this, and AP 1 or 2 or whatever going through the broadsides armor or the Riptide would be very good. So, Death Guard getting ready to take their second turn. Let's see how they do. Okay, that was the bottom of turn 2. The Nurgle Death Guard forces drew up 2 objective cards. Orders were to seize ground and take objective 4, which is here, and objective 3, which was back here. So as you can see, 3 was not scored, but 4 was a dog pile, and he was able to score that point. So the total at the end of turn 2 is 2-2. Let's go over what happened in the turn. So this was a pretty intense turn. He tried to deep strike the Oblitz originally right here on 4 that they scattered over basically right on top of the Piranha. Yeah. On the mishap table, he did roll a 6, so they're just in ongoing reserves, not too bad there. And what happened over here, this is kind of cool. If we get down to this point of view, oh boy, the Rhino pulled into this building here, turned around, backed in, and then dumped out the Marines out the front, who are objective secured, able to take objective 4. The Demon Prince has come down out of the air and moved up right into the middle, this nice threat bubble here, because he's moving 12 inches, and then it has a potential charge range. So, I mean, you know, he can pretty much get to most things that he wants to kill relatively easy. Next turn, he did get off Curse of the Leper, so he's up +1 toughness and +1 strength, so he will be T6, yeah. And he's still on 4 wounds. So, let's see, back here the Sikaran pivoting, and then took out that the Crisis Suit that was able to kill the Plague Hulk. Yeah, some revenge. No dust. We don't do that here. Oh, no. So the Plague Hulk has been avenged. Over here, this was a little interesting. We had the bikes who came in from outflank, so they came right up here. Were able to get shots in the rear armor of this Hammerhead, but I jinked and saved. He rolled so bad, and then only got 1 glance through, and I jinx saved it. But good news is this did jinx, so it will be snap firing next turn. So that is helpful either way. We also jinked on this Piranha, so really I don't have a whole lot of firepower to bear because I also was doing some interceptor attacks, which means I cannot fire those weapons in this coming turn, so I'm kind of gimped a little bit on my firepower. Okay, I think that was it. So again, 2-2. Tau is looking to take the 3rd turn. Let's see if we can get the other reserves in. So I have the Wyvara suit comes in, and the Kroot. No Kroot. They don't want to come play. So why don't we do this on camera? This is kind of fun. Where do I want to put the Wyvara? Probably like to threaten as much as possible. I should probably draw cards, yeah.
Let's see what that is.
Let's see what that is. So we need to secure objective 5. Secure objective 3 from last turn. Harness the warp. Can't do that. We don't do that here. Secure objective 2. Is there something I'm missing here? No, manifest. Why is this in the far side deck? That makes no sense. Okay, so I need to secure objective 2, 3, and 5. Does that change what I want to do with my Wyvara?
I'm on 2. You got 5. You pretty much have 3. It's in your deployment.
Oh, yeah, I can grab that. So I do think I want to drop somewhere right here. Just get that full rotation on the flamer. All right, no scatter. Oh, excellent. So there is the deep strike. Let's see how the 3rd turn for the Tau plays out. So on the top of the 3rd, Tau were able to secure objective 3, and that was it. I'm pretty sure, now we're not 100% sure on this, drones I'm pretty sure are not scoring. I don't know. So we're playing it where my drone, from my drone net, do not score objective 5, because we don't know, and figure that's probably the better way to do it. So I just scored 1 point because I was not able to get objective 2 for the third card. So that brings me to 3 victory points. And we did a lot of damage this turn. We had some very lucky dice rolls, taking advantage of the Demon Prince being on the ground. I pretty much had 1 turn to kill him, and I was able to do so, but I had to bring to bear pretty much my entire army of shooting everything shot from over here into that Demon Prince, and I barely got him off the board. The Wyvara taking his double rotation flamer into the Terminators here, and then his other gun, I forget the name, something awesome, and just killed 1. And that was the turn. We did rain some shots from here, the commander taking pot shots down the line into that Sikaran way down yonder, and I did 1 glance. I figured I would try to soften that just a bit, see if I could get lucky, and that was the turn. So we've got reserves coming in. He already rolled. The bikes are coming in, so those are the Melta bikes, and then we have the ongoing reserves of the Obliterators. So that's 2 Obliterators and Melta bikes coming in. This could be a big turn for the Death Guard, and I think it's going to be. So let's see how it goes.
Not quite.
He is up early. I got up at the crack of 10 a.m. this morning. I'm editing this all out. So
why?
I don't know.
No,
maybe I won't. Fine.
And turn 3.
Okay, here we are.
Moving on.
Turn 3.
Way she goes, bud.
That's way the road. So we have, at the end of the third turn.
You can't have piss jugs in a battle report. Just like.
Good God, we need to focus. At the end of the third turn. Oh boy. Okay, so this was a very intense turn because the Tau took a billion shots. So basically, what happened was we had a kind of a surround situation going on in my Wyvara. So we had Plasma over here, and then we had the Sikaran taking shots in down onto 1 hull point for my Wyvara. Back here, we had some nastiness occurring. Deep striking down with the Oblitz, took some twin-linked plasma guns, and then these bikes moved up from behind their little perch and took some plasma shots into the Riptide, who is also down to 1 hull point or wound. So it's actually quite lucky for me that I still have suits on the board at all. The other bikes, these are the Melta bikes, came in, missed 1 Melta shot, but the other one went through and removed the broadside that was here. So a very nice turn for the Death Guard. Did I miss anything? I think that was it, right?
Yeah,
we lost Terminators. That was not it.
Oh, yeah.
The Terminators.
We skipped that, right?
Skip that part?
That's the part we should edit out.
Yeah, there we go. the Terminators charged in, supporting fire, took out 1, and then he charged my drones, right? The drones got to go first because he had a chain fist, and I landed all my attacks, landed all my wounds, even though I needed 5s, and then I killed him. He failed his saves and then feel no pain. I don't know what happened. They're marker drones. They're just beast. So,
Bullshit.
yeah, some bullish there. That was turn 3. The score is 3 for the Tau, and you have 4, right?
I have 3.
Oh, we have 3. So we're tied up at 3. But again, this is tactical escalation, so we're generating up a lot of cards as the game goes on. So we'll have to see. This will be a good one. And let's take the 4th turn. Orders for turn 4. We really needed to secure objective 2. Ethereal really desired that portion of the board. We also wanted to really seize ground with supremacy and then objective 5. So as we take a look at the board, unable to get over to objective 2, there were some Plague Marines camped out. Since it's turn 4, automatically getting my Kroot on the board. They came in, and in conjunction with the Wyvara, using his double rotation flamer, able to remove the Plague Marines just barely. It took everything, including the gun drones here, to finally remove that last Plague Marine. So hopefully next turn we can move in and secure this objective. So objective 5 was the other card I had, and again, we're not sure about that, so we're not scoring it. For the rest of the shooting phase, I took pretty much everything I had, the broadside, commander missile suits into this Plague Marine unit here because there were 2 plasma guns left, and they were really threatening this Wyvara, and I was able again to just barely remove them. We forced a jink on the bikers over here, which was good because then their melta guns are less of a threat. And the big news from the Riptide side of the board, I took my the Ion here into the Oblitz. Since it is AP2, I did do 3 wounds, removing 1 Oblit and then doing 1 wound to the other. So that's the turn. The fourth is going to be a key turn for the Death Guard because both suits for the technology here, the high technology suits on the Tau side of the board, are on 1 wound each. So if he can bring those down, things will be looking very good for him. Let's see if he can do it in turn 4. The orders for the Death Guard coming down, seizing ground on securing Objective 3, Supremacy, Blood and Guts, and securing Objective 1. He was able to score Objective 1 by moving his last remaining Rhino right on top of it. It's right here. This Rhino also taking shots with the Tavok missile launcher, raining down into this nice clump of drones who had their 4-up cover from being in the ruins. I failed all of them. I lost like 6 drones, and then the remaining one out of one of the units is now fleeing back. That was nice. Objective 3, one of his other cards right here. Bike's able to move over and take it. This is kind of the bullshit of the turn. The dice gods really favoring the Tau here. So basically he shot multi-melta here, and then 4 plasma shots coming in. So I only had invuln saves on my Riptide. These were the saves I rolled. Yeah. So, I only had 1 wound left. I thought I was dead. Made it out alive. The everything else was untouched over here. There's not really much remaining for the Death Guard kind of in this sector of the board. The Wyvara was taken out. So this was smart. He ended up backing up the Sicaran, because if you get within 12 of the Wyvara, the invuln save improves down from a 5 up to a 4 up. So he backed up out of that bubble of the higher invuln save, took the accelerator shots from the top, coming through, doing a rend, and then I only had my Feel No Pain. Blew me up. I was only at 1 hull point, so the Wyvara is taken out. Bikes, turbo boosting, getting in the middle of the board in that cover, which is also smart because now they probably don't have to jink in their next turn, giving them that melta ability in the next game turn if they are still alive. So roll your D3 for Supremacy. Let's see what you got, because you are scoring that as well. 2, so you scored 4 more points. Well done, man. That's 7 for you total, right?
Yep. I didn't get Blood and Guts, I'm going to discard.
Sounds good. So it's 7 to 3 for the Tau. And this is the starting the top of the 5th.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, got our work cut out for us, guys. Let's check it out. The Ethereals. Orders in turn 5 for the Tau. We want Objective 2 still. We're looking for Objective 5, and we really want to take things out with our technology. Our shooting phase needs to go well in this turn. So let's see what happened. In turn 5, what I did was spread these Kroot out, and I am scoring Objective 2, and I kind of just conga lined down because 5 is here, so depending on the cards I draw, I can go to either 2 or 5. Next turn, this is, the dice came back and caught up to the Tau. I parked right in the face with my fusion. I hit him, and then I rolled a double 1. So there was no pen. Just don't know. Guys, I don't know what happened. So he's on 1 hull point left. I thought for sure I would take him out. And so that was the first thing I shot at with my concentration of fire card, to try to get that point. But I didn't kill him, so I do not get that card. So that happens. I took shots from the fusion. This fusion, guys, I don't know if you've watched my last battle report, that guy was a hero. He shot into this Rhino, blew it up on a 6, it exploded. So I got 1 point for killing something in the shooting phase. And, I'm really greedy, so I decided to overcharge my Nova Reactor on my Riptide. And took a wound and failed my Feel No Pain. So, he's dead, which is great. But interestingly enough, I landed 2 marker lights onto this unit, and then shot the ion cannon on top, AP3 into the bikes, ignoring cover, removing the 2 plasma guns here. So I did do a lot of damage this turn, but again, with those points scored, I'm at 6, and you had, what do you have, David?
7.
7, and I'm a turn ahead of you, so you can potentially score some more in the bottom of the 5th, and this could be the last turn. Variable game length, we will have to see. So we'll come back to you guys in just a second. As the game winds to a close, the commander and the Death Guard side of the board issuing orders to seize objective 4, 3, 5, and take something in the shooting phase. So we don't have much left on the board. Either side, the Sicaran raining shots down into this Piranha, taking him out. That ignoring cover doesn't let me jink, so a good target to take out with that accelerator cannon on top. Over here, bikes moving in on orders to secure objective 4, scoring 2 victory points. This obliterator moving into 3, just in range of scoring it, taking a las cannon shot into long strikes hammerhead, forcing a jink. Was a pen, but I did make the jink save, and I'm still alive. This biker here trying just to get, whoa, just hit my camera on everything here. Trying to get this drone, unable to wound, but did force a jink. So, you scored a whole bunch of points. What's your total, 11, you said?
Yeah, I scored 4 points up to 11.
So, I have 6.
I'm going to discard this objective 5, so I'll have a whole lot of cards.
Oh, you're of an empty hand? Okay,
yeah.
So let's see if the game continues here. It's on a 3-up, the game continues. It's all over. Hey, good game, my friend.
Good one.
Crushed. Dude, okay, so...
Might have been tabled.
I mean, basically the only thing I could do was try to table you, and I think I actually kind of had an okay chance of that.
Yeah.
Because we had these guys, who are strength 7, with the commander that are twin-linked and ignores cover, and shooting down, you can see without that smoke cloud there, I can see the Sicaran, so I would probably be able to do that 1 hull point to glance that. This guy did jink, which is very good, so that was kind of my linchpin on this side of the board to take any of this out. I don't know. I mean, you've got T6 on the bikes, you feel no pain. I don't know. It was close. Any thoughts on the Death Guard? Any thoughts on the Tau list?
Deployment was kind of wonky. I made a couple... I don't know. I would redo some of that.
Yeah.
Putting maybe a little more on one side instead of making it kind of even. I think that was
Sure.
a mistake. Because I went Rhino, Rhino, Rhino. I should have
kind of across
2 and maybe 1, and then like more stuff on one half of my deployment.
Sure. Yeah.
Push one way as like a spearhead instead of being so spread out.
That would, I think, would have worked quite well.
It's
yeah.
the only thing I can think of. Other than just learning like the army in a
yeah, I mean, so you fought my Death Guard probably like, what, 5-6 times? So you kind of have an idea, and you play Space Marines, so it's not all that much different.
Yeah.
But there were some Forge World toys that you didn't really know what they did. So you did, I think you did very well with, basically never playing this army. So, yeah, good plays. That's Sicaran back there. Some excellent firing lanes. Really, I think, dude, I think he killed something every turn. Except the turn he shot at the Wyvara and didn't kill it, but he still did like 3 wounds.
Some wounds, yeah.
2 or 3, yeah. So, very nice. Let me know what you guys think of this battle report down in the comments below. Trying to increase like our table here. We've been working hard on making terrain and getting some more fat mats and, battle mats for just overall higher quality. And so I hope you guys can tell, and I hope you enjoy it. So we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye now.